When you're ready to meet someone, you're really ready to meet someone. Your name also is a big one for me. And the information I get is usually only a few, sometimes only just before I meet the person. The information on your name I learned about last week. You hear about astrology and how there's 12 planets, right? And then you've heard of the 13th planet, which has been around for a while, the 13th star sign, the snake rider, which is really the dragon riders. What will happen is once we ascend more, we will just go through to the 13th and then we'll go to the 14th sign, which comes to your name. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is the 14th star sign is Cetus, is the coiled dragon. It's also the ring, and it's when you see yourself complete, which is your name.
Oh, wow.
And not only did I find out about this last week, as I found out about it, my husband and I went for a walk, and within me finding that information, he nearly stood on a coiled python. So that's what happens. We have information come to us and then they go, do you get it? Do you get it? And okay, we'll make it happen in real world as well. So it really gets embodied in you. It makes you stand up or sit up and listen to the messages.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. That was most beautiful.
Nice hearing we all have purpose and everyone feels this so deeply inside, but sometimes they just don't know why. And then someone else will come along and go, this means this and this means this, and then you just go, this is that stirring in me. This is why I have this drive.
Wow.
When you say that, where you're manifesting things that and you don't necessarily feel that you have the purpose, but that becomes known to you later. Will they ever know their purpose themselves, or it has to be pointed at?
This is one of the things we are helping people with. The word purpose is porpoise. Porpoise is dolphin, which is a doll pin. We understand dialect in many eras and cultures and symbolism, and so dolphin is a doll pin. Dolphin is also sea pig. Sea pig is dog, which is Seta, which is Anubis, which comes back to Cetus, which is the 14th astrology sign. Understand and see it clearer and clearer as I go each day, making me understand the evolution of humans. How we actually got here is not through the monkey, it's through dog, through wolf and bee, ant. By understanding the evolution of us, assists you with your purpose. This is what David Icke speaks of. The trickery is also the undoing of them. The matrix, when you spin the matrix back on itself, it actually becomes the blueprint as well. So then it becomes the giver and the receiver. You take off the judgment, you take off the blame. It is what it is. So you're able to let go of all that. That's a big anchor, the blaming and the judgment. Once you let go of all that, then the allowing comes in, and then you start to see it all. Just becomes clearer and clearer, faster and faster. We've been practicing a lot of this for many, many years. It's not that we're trying to fast track anyone, we're just showing them an easier path. Because a lot of people are really at a loose end. Nick's name means complete, and it's the coiled dragon, serpent, and so it sees its tail. It's come around, does a full completion. Okay. See, a lot of people, serpent is dark and dragon is dark and Saturn is dark. It's not. It's all in the power of who's observed. And this is what's important with photography and film. So you have your director, then you have the actor, but then you have the person who scripted it, and it's how you present it to that person. But you can have two people watching that film and they have both different feelings of the same film. Power of observation. Yes, there's this side of the aliens, and yes, there's this side of the ghost, but then there's the other side as well, because you can't have this side and not this side.
Thank you for that. So I would like to hear what Wayne thinks.
Yes, so your presentation, is that to do with showing people their purpose?
I met Nick at my first presentation. I just want Nick to know, I didn't know what I was going to talk about Nick until I went up on stage the first time.
The first time? Okay.
Yeah, the first time. I am so trusting of the information to come through. I'll wait till the last minute. I do this with everything. Richard's really good at it. He'll leave it to the last second. He's very good at it. He used to motocross champion. So
Motocross?
He was Australian champion for Honda, very young, for 5 years or something. So he's really good at race. He's also very good at chess. So he's good at leaving it like a really fine thread that I can leave it to the last minute. Yeah.
Huge motorcycle fan, so he has my admiration. So,
Oh, well,
yeah.
he can pull a motorbike apart in the garage, right down to the bolt, put it all back together. I've seen him do.
Wow.
Because he's a photographer too. So we know many celebrities, and pretty much if he hasn't shot on my hat. He was big with Harley. His era was with all the supermodels, so he would have all the supermodels on the back of his Harley going around New York and London. That was his life. So he used to ride with Harley Davidson's grandson.
Wow.
Yeah, so he had show bikes. So he had his motocross biking, and then he had his Harley show in New York. And then he came home, or here, and then has this desire to meet me as a photographer. So I meet him, and we sort of hit it off, and he taught me to ride motocross as well. I used to ride with all the boys.
You have my admiration too.
Yeah, so we'd ride through all the hills. Our neighbour was a really famous motorcyclist, young one. I've forgotten his name. So we had lots of motocross people around us. So always my hair would smell of petrol.
I had a Triumph Street Triple
Ah,
765. Beautiful bike.
that is a beautiful bike. I only had motocross bike, KTMs
Yeah.
and Hondas and Suzuki. Boys would ride really hard, but I was also a fashion photographer, so I wouldn't want to ride too hard because I didn't want damage too much on me because I had to work or travel around the world for the magazines. If it got too difficult, they would all laugh at me. I'd come up on and I'd lock the brake, come up to corners, and we'd be on these massive hills, and I'd just go, no, and I'd just let the bike fly off the mountain, and I'd just stand there. The boys would come back to say, where have you been? What are you doing? And they said, where's your bike? And I go, oh, it's down the hill. And they go, no, who lets their bike go? Because their pride and joy. And there's no way I'm sliding down a hill with a bike. It can go down by itself. I can't believe you let your bike go. It was like letting their baby go down the hill.
Yeah.
I would have hauntings. I would hear voices in the mountains, weird stuff. One time, Richard goes, you're crazy, you're hearing things. And he had his motorbike off too. Did you hear that? And we would hear like yowies. It was like big feet coming. We would hear voices all the time, voices. And we'd be out in the middle of nowhere. Like it would take us hours to ride out there to these rainforest areas. Casey Stoner was our neighbour.
Casey Stoner, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go, I remember.
Very famous. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 10 houses down. But because we were motocross and because Richard was motocross, everyone so we just would have lots of famous people around us all the time, whether it was for photo shoots or it's weird. The whole thing's weird.
So for your presentation then, you say you sort of leave it to the last moment and trust in or the atmosphere sort of thing.
I feel Nick's name is guiding me.
Yeah.
It was like I really needed to see Nick's name. Name's a big thing. Your name actually helped me a lot today, Nick. So it's a weird thing to say thank you to someone, but you never know what you say, what helps people. And sometimes it's just being you. Just helps someone, through their day. Sometimes I just think I'm just going crazy. I'm just literally going crazy. And then I'll see something like Nick's name and I go, no, I'm on the path. So it's like a reassurance or a warm hug. This is what's lacking in the world. Reassurance, debriefing, reassurance. These are military exercises they practice after war, and they understand that you need to unfold what has been so that you can move on rather than carry it with you. Because carrying it with you, you see everyone looks so weighted down. When we walk through the shops or around, everyone looks so heavy and weighted down. If you can only help them understand their purpose.
I'm just glad to hear everything you said, you shared. So thank you. This feels like the connection of true friends, true relationships, true connections, because they are formed in authenticity and love. For me, I know it is, and I feel that's how it is for you.
We have 8 children, Wayne. We've taught the children from a young age that it's unconditional. So when you do something for someone, you're not doing it because you expect something back. You just do it. Do an act of random kindness, comes back tenfold. Not necessarily from that person, comes back in other ways. And sometimes it doesn't come back for a few years, but boy, does it come back. Because it manifests. It's like it has to, your good deed goes out to the universe and then it manifests and then comes back for you. A lot of people say, well, we don't make enough money in the spiritual world or helping. And look at it that you're doing greatness to help release this energy in you, and then it will just come back to you. So it might not come through this way, but it'll come back through this angle or this angle. And when it comes to you, it comes so quickly. We give examples of what has happened. It's like part of the ascension process. Money and health is usually It's one or the other, or both. Usually sometimes it hits you both. It takes you to your limits, really. It takes you to rock bottom till you realise that the game doesn't work that way. So by doing this unconditional following your calling, that's the way. And that's why a lot of people who are creators or artists or actors, by them just following their calling, takes them there because they're following a passion.
For me, it feels like the first episode of my next project.
Wow.